Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of WhimsyCraft Season 2. Isn't that cool? Season 2, episode 2. We are currently in the end. Oh my gosh, bright flash, bright flash, bright flash. What is that? It's the god sending us a message. We are currently in the end. We are about to go and get some end rods. And preferably not die, maybe get an elytra while we're here. I don't want an elytra yet, actually. I have my trusty horse and that's all I need for now. We want to get some end rods for the project I worked on in the end of the last episode. This looks so precarious. Oh my gosh. I want to get some end rods for that little glass attraction at the end of the room, I guess you could call it. Bright flashes. Oh my gosh. Oh, what are they? Have we been told what they are? They make the whole dimension purple. Oh, my dog is barking. I have not been in the end up until now. Oh, there's an end city right there. I was about to say, so I have no idea where the end cities are, but there appears to be one over there, and by the looks of it, there are a ton of end rods left over for me. Yippee! I don't think there's going to be an elytra left over though, but that's fine. I don't need one. I wonder, might there be any shulkers? I could use some of those. Oh my gosh, I almost felt I strafed to the right too much. Bright flashes, oh my gosh. Being in the end these days is very surreal, as you can probably tell. Just casually risking my life and all my important stuff on a bridge I did not even build that is 1 block wide. Why should I trust this at all? I don't. I hate that these are on the outside of the buildings. It makes it so much harder to get to. Do they spawn inside the end cities at all? Or is it just outside? I don't know how many of these I'm going to need either. I don't have a preference for how many I need. Maybe I'll get a stack. I think that should do. That should be more than enough. Ah! It's gonna take so long to get back. I'm dead. Ow, and I crushed my finger in my chair. Things are really not going well. There's my stuff. Okay. I'm glad I got here in time. That was not beneficial, to say the least. But I'm happy I have my stuff now. And I have my end rods, all 19 of them. I need so much more than just that. Okay, so 1 death and 42 end rods later, we are ready to return to the overworld. Wait, am I stuck? Okay, I'm eternally broken. Oh wait, it's just the screen. How do I exit this? Oh, there we go. That's better. Okay, so just like I said in the last episode, I have filled this area out with black concrete on the side, and I'm going to put some glass in the middle. Where have I left my glass? I left it in here. I'm going to need more of it, but I'm going to start putting this in the middle, and I'm not sure how far back I have to go, but I'll just start placing glass and just until it's sort of fogged out, we'll say, until we get that nice effect going, and we can put the stars in with the end rods. Okay, with a bit of work, it's done. I think it looks good, especially if I take a bit of a step back. I think it looks really cool. Not exactly how I was expecting it to come out, but I do, especially when I move, I do really like it. I am quite happy with it. You can see the fog effect. It sort of makes the ones at the back sort of be more dim. It's harder for them to be seen. So it sort of looks like space. It feels like it's missing something though. It definitely feels like it's missing something. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm really not sure. I could get some nether portals and sort of put them hidden somewhere behind the blocks, like underneath. So then we get the particles, like these purple particles coming out, and it sort of surrounds it. I could do that, but I'll leave it for now. I'll leave it for a few days. We'll come back to it and we'll find out if we're happy about it in a few days from now. The next thing it is time for me to set out to do is to start marking out the area in this ocean that I want to drain, as I said, and it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while just to get the resources, like the sand I need to mark it out and then sort of create a border on it, because I'm going to be honest, I'm using most of this ocean, most of what we can see right now. So I'm going to do a quick time lapse of gathering some sand, just a bit, probably only the tiniest bit of what I'm going to need. And then I'm going to do a time lapse of just dumping it in a little straight line to start the outline of where I'm going to drain this ocean. To just start the outline. We'll do some more work on different stuff after that, but just I want to get a start on this. So let's go. That got in the way. Let's go. So after all that mining, I have, well, we could just say a little bit of sand, just a tiny bit. And we are now ready to start making the outline for the little bit of the ocean that we're going to cut out. Now I just need to sort of figure out how I'm going to get all this home. This is going to take several trips, I think. This chest is not completely full, but we're going to leave it for now. I've run out of shovels. At one point, Alice had to come get me and drop off some shovels for me while I was time-lapsing. Thank you so much, Alice. We love Alice. So I'm just going to take with me as much sand as I can, and we'll leave the rest here for now, and we will come back when we need it. So let's head over to my base, and we'll start outlining the little part of the ocean, the big part of the ocean that I'm going to drain out. I know it's nighttime, so it's not, you know, the best time to say this, but let's start another time lapse. Let's go. So I've actually done a whole lot more than that time lapse suggested. As you can see, that's my base all the way over there, and I've gotten... Wait, let me do this in free cam. Let me show you. So if you can just about see through the fog, that is the wall of sand that I started on, and it's gone all the way out over here, and I've done it all the way past through here, and I've gotten to the little final corner over here. Then it's going to go over there and sort of go back. Ignore this like little line you're seeing here. That's just with the Voxy mod. And then the little corner over there is going to come down here, and it's going to link up eventually. And then comes even more walls. If you've ever seen someone drain an ocean monument, this is pretty much the exact same. We're going to put walls. I actually don't know how far apart they have to be. Looking at about, 7 blocks apart for the walls. We'll put little walls all the way down, 7 blocks apart, all the way from here, all the way to the beach, to the shore. And then we drain out those little sections with sponges. We need to get a lot of sponges. So, it's going to take a little while to do. I'm going to continue placing all the blocks around here to make the final wall, connect it all up together. We've done enough time lapses, so I'm not going to time lapse this. I'm just going to get it done. Well, I have finished the final wall. Believe me, it was not easy. If we go into free cam, we can see all the walls I've finished. This is a huge area that we have to work with, and you can see back here I've started the little sub walls where I am starting to drain out all the water. This is going to take a while. I got a lens of some sponges off Scan and Alice. I got 2 off Scan, I got a stack off Alice, and I found 3 myself. Something I realized though after starting this, I looked it up how far apart these walls should be. They are 6 blocks apart, and I thought that's okay, because I think sponges get water from about 7 blocks in total. I need walls 5 blocks apart, or else all the water fills back in. These are 6 blocks, so I'm having a hard time with the water constantly trying to fill back in every time I place a sponge. So from the walls on after these ones, I'm going to be changing to 5 blocks rather than 6. But it now means I'm not going to replace all these walls just to have it convenientized. Is that a word? I don't know. I made up a word. I like making up words. A new word, convenientized. I'm not going to replace all those walls to convenientize them. I'm just going to, the next ones, I'm just going to place them 5 blocks apart. I've already started building another one. I got to see that one through now. Oh, that's going to be the hardest and the longest part of making this, of draining out this entire bit. I thought it was gonna be, building the outer walls. Every step I take gets longer. After those walls, I thought it was gonna be placing all these walls inside. That's easy. It takes like maybe about 40 minutes to do each wall. It takes like an hour and a half at least to drain one of these, and I've only started with the very foremost one that barely has anything in it. It's like halfway. Oh, well, I do have those sides, which I forgot about, actually. That's my bad. But this is my life for probably the next year. This could take a year to drain out, or I could get it all done in a week if I was to, not eat or sleep, which I barely do to begin with, let's be honest. But, unfortunately, I have a life and people in my life outside of Minecraft. Unfortunately, I would love to just stay here forever. Oh my gosh. So the draining will have to wait for real life priorities. Oh, I hate it. And it's going to take so long. And the sugarcane is definitely still around. It wants to see this entire thing through because I got rid of the water and the sugarcane's still here, which I don't understand. Oh my gosh. So we're gonna, you know what? We're actually gonna get rid of this all now so we can have a better view of the ocean we're working with from our little house. Keep in mind, while I'm going to center a majority of each video, maybe not a majority, a big section of each video of this season to just making my base and, you know, draining out this ocean, it's not going to be the entire video. So I'm going to have other stuff to do, of course. Shut up, stupid carrots. And we are going to interact with the other Whimsies. We're going to maybe even open a few shops. We had our fair share of shops we owned last season. In fact, we had a lot of people's fair share of shops we owned. But we'll do that. I don't even know where we have the shopping district if we're starting it, if we're even going to do one. But it seems like some people have their heart set on it. Thankfully, the responsibility of building the Nether Hub did not fall on me this season. I sort of volunteered myself into it last season, and I just then gave it to Alice and she finished it, and I had basically nothing to do with it. I started it and said, hey, you finish this, and because I got bored. So we have a lot less responsibility this season, but a much bigger project. I've dedicated. I've basically marked out the next year, maybe even 2 years. I don't know how long the season is going to go. I forget because we did have a conversation about that with the Whimsies. I've dedicated a huge amount of my time to going to do this, and I hope I see it through. I think it'll be really cool. I'm really excited to finish draining this and then, ooh, dolphin, and then build the world eaters to, you know, destroy all of what's left down to bedrock. That's the easy part. We then have to terraform the entire inside, as I said, and I'm so excited for it, and I hope you guys are too. But we got things to do now. We've done enough time lapses already today, and we're like, what, 10 minutes into the video? If that's accurate, wow, good on me. I think I was like 7 minutes in when I last checked. We're gonna get rid of this farm as well too. We don't need it anymore, and we're gonna get a more reliable, better food source. So let's get rid of all these carrots. I had some fun yesterday. I designed a flying machine. Actually, I didn't design it, I built it. The design is by someone called Zipper96, and I saw it in a video by a YouTuber called Silent Whisperer. And as you can see, what I sort of cut out of the ocean with that flying machine immediately filled back in. So I want to rebuild that flying machine, but I want to make it bigger so it won't fill back in. And to make it bigger, I need a lot of honey and a lot of slime. We need to get our hands a bit sticky. So a few minutes ago, I got a ton of beehives with a ton of bees in them off of Scan. I bought them off him, and I am going to start by making a bee farm down in here, which is going to go in one of these two sides. I think this one, and then the other one I'm going to put a small slime farm, I think. Depends on if there's slime chunks here. If not, then I'm going to have to build a slime farm somewhere else. And in addition to being able to supply it for our little flying machine, or big one, I might make a huge flying machine that can maybe do the entire ocean, get rid of it in maybe one go. Not one go, that's unrealistic, but a few goes. I'm gonna hopefully make it very quick, a lot faster than I'm doing it right now. We're gonna cut this little area out and start making a bee farm. Bees, oh my bees. Yeah, so this farm seems pretty productive. There are a lot more bees in here than it actually looks like right now. Most of them are probably in their hives right now, but it gets to the point where you can't stand in there without getting hurt, which is insane when they're all out. I also have that back here. There's an easier way for me to collect all this, and this one's mainly just for show. I'm gonna replace these, don't worry. I'm getting more in here. I haven't filled this up quite completely just yet, but this is more of a safe farm, as when we go out here, we got the campfires and we stack them 3 tall. When you take honey out of these top ones, the bees get aggroed, every single one of them, all of them, and that gets crazy. You want to see what it's like. I have to unload the area every time I do this, but let's get one of these top ones. There we go. And yeah, all of them. And imagine this, but like 20 times more bees when they're all out, when they're all coming out. It gets crazy, and then I have to leave the game for them to go back to normal. But this is going well. So far for slime, I've just been going to one of the swamps nearby, camping the nights and just killing any slimes I find. That's been working pretty well, but I will be getting a farm for them anyway because it's just faster and more efficient. Whereas here with the honey, I'm doing pretty well. I would like to have it a bit more lit in there, but at least we're able to harvest all the honey from out here. I know I'm getting honeycomb, don't worry. I'm getting honeycomb so I can continue making more beehives from there. And then I'm going to be getting the honey bottles and making more honey blocks. Sound good? Capiche? Yeah. Oh, look at all these guys. Let's relog real quick. I should be fine to go in here now. Let's stay. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Oh, no. I've made a terrible mistake. Oh, my gosh. No. Okay, well, you made it out. Okay, so maybe one or two of them are still aggro, but they look fine now. I should be fine to come inside. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're fine. So they just take a minute to de-aggro. What happened to the one that came out? You. Can we pull you? No. Okay. Okay. Oh, you died. Is there any way for us to get you guys back in there? I've made the situation so much more worse than it was. Come on, in. Come on. In. Open the door, please. In. No, I'm just letting even more out. Oh, this is awful. Oh, it's getting worse by the second. What? They're dying. How are they? Why are they dying? Can you get in, please, so I can replace you there? And button. Okay, so I guess we're just living with this situation now. This has happened before, and when it does, they just sort of go through these portals and they never come back. So I guess we'll just wait for that to happen. You're in here. So yeah, that's the progress on my bee farm so far. It's going pretty well. Who am I kidding? I need to breed more bees in here. But they're always in the hives. They never come out. So I can't breed them. It's impossible to breed the ones in here. There's probably not even 10 bees in here. So yeah, you guys just take your time and despawn while we make more beehives. Riveting. Stop looking down my shirt. Okay, we've got a few more beehives now. We have the campfires over here. So let's just place these in here. And will the bees come out? Can we breed some bees? Get some babies going? Come on, bees. I know you're here. They're in, like, some of these ones here. I'm not particularly sure which one. But I just wait it out. I'm gonna wait. Let's wait, like, right here. Oh my gosh, they're here. The bees. Turns out it was night, evidently. Given that little thing I just saw on the screen. Let's get some babies going. Come on. Did I get them all? Did I get all the adults? What are you doing up there? Come down. Okay, I think I got them all. We've maximized our baby count. And yeah, you guys have fun again. I was wondering why it was taking them so long to come out, and it's nighttime. Thank God someone slept. So it turns out we're actually going to need a whole lot more honey than I had originally anticipated. So let's go over the plans that we had at first. The first plan was to use sponges to manually drain all these out and do the entire ocean that way. The second plan was to get a small flying machine, or a few small flying machines, and have them just going back and forth and draining out the ocean. We're now at another plan, which I think is going to be the one we stick to, and it's going to be a very good plan. It's just going to take a while, but arguably the easiest and most efficient plan. So, first of all, we're going to dig out the ocean. And you're probably thinking, well, what do you mean? That's a stupid idea. Isn't the entire point of this machine to not do that? And I say to you, yes. However, if I turn off all fog and put my brightness up, you can see I've started digging out the floor in the ocean to about Y47. The plan is we're going to dig out the entire ocean to Y47, so have it so it's just one solid area, and then we're going to build our huge water clearing machine, just a bigger version of what we built before, all the way across the ocean. And then we're going to have it go down because we can extend it downwards. We're going to extend it downwards to as low as it can go before it reaches the floor. And then we're going to have a few chunk loaders along it and basically load the entire thing while moving this entire massive machine across the entire ocean to clear out all the water. The reason I need to clear out to Y47 is because, you know, if there are blocks in the way of this machine while it's going, it's not going to go. It's going to get stuck, and the machine is going to quite literally fall apart and get shredded and break and everything. So, as you can see, we have started to need a huge amount more of slime and honey, because not only do we now have to extend it all across the ocean, we have to extend it downwards all across the ocean. So we're looking at probably 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4, 5 to 6 layers, I'm thinking. So 5 to 6 copies of this downwards. So we're looking at just a couple stacks of honey and slime, just a few. As I said, this is going to be a season-long project, most likely. So, you know, we never said this was going to be easy. We never said it was going to be fun, but we're going to do it anyway. And you guys are going to watch, because I'm going to force you to watch. Stinky, smelly poo-poo. So for now, if we just spend a while digging this out and periodically getting myself some honey and some slime, we should be able to, you know, get our machine going. But it's a sort of give and take situation. We have to do both. We have to spend time clearing out this area to Y47 while also getting the honey and slime that we need. So this is going to take a while. I'm drowning. I'm about to do my outro. How rude of the air. So while we're here, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. This is the end of the video. Had you not realized, we are going to continue some work in the next episode, but also hopefully get some more interaction with our fellow whimsies. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I love you all to death, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.